Yo, what's up guys, it's NLW Figs here, back again with another video. Today, I'm going to be giving you my predictions for the 2022 Royal Rumble. We've got two huge world title matches, plus two big Royal Rumble matches. Some interesting developments. I'm not sure who's going to win either of them, but I'm going to try and narrow down my picks for these matches. But before I get into the video, make sure you like it and subscribe to NLW Figs for more wrestling figure content. And hey, whilst you're here, comment down below what are your predictions and what do you want to see from the Royal Rumble. Well, without further ado, let's get into the first match, and we'll start off with this mixed tag that we've got going on. So we've got Edge and Beth Phoenix taking on the team of Miz and Maryse. Of course, last month at day one, you had Edge take on The Miz and beat him. Now we've got the wives involved, and it's an interesting angle that they've got going. It'll be good to see Beth Phoenix back in the ring. I think her and Edge as a pairing has been pretty cool. You know, I like the vibe that Beth Phoenix is giving off in this new iteration, and The Miz and Maryse as well. Yeah, they're all like veterans. They're all people who know what they're doing within the ring, and it feels like a Ruthless Aggression feud, if you know what I mean. So it'll be interesting to see how the dynamic changes with the women in there. But because Edge won last month, I'm going to predict that The Miz and Maryse are going to win this time through shenanigans, through something. I'm not too sure, but I feel like The Miz is going to get his win back here at this event. As for who's going to take the fall, I'm not too sure who's going to take the fall. It could be, you know, Maryse pinning Beth, or vice versa, but I'm going to predict The Miz has got this one in the bag for now. Next up for the Raw Women's Championship, we've got Becky Lynch defending against Doudrop, aka Piper Niven. Still a stupid name, but I'm going to say, very good to see Piper Niven getting a title shot on pay-per-view. You know, I've been watching her since her days as Viper in the UK, so it's really cool to see her get a match on a Big 4 pay-per-view for the championship. Really cool stuff. If they give it time, if they give it enough time, and they let Doudrop do what she does best, and, you know, that's wrestle and really drop the kind of goofy parts of the character, then I think it could be a really good match. But you never know the restraints of WWE being put on them. Obviously, I'm going to predict that Becky Lynch is going to win. I don't think Doudrop is going to win the title here. It'd be cool if she did, but under this current gimmick, I'm not too sure about that. But still, like, it does have potential to be a really good match on paper. We'll just see if it delivers on the night. Next, we've got the WWE Championship on the line as Brock Lesnar defends against Bobby Lashley. Of course, the shock last month was Brock Lesnar winning the championship on day one, defeating Lashley, Owens, Rollins, and the then champion Big E. And this is a match that I personally think should have happened at SummerSlam 2018 when Lashley first came back, but it's still good to have it here on this event. I don't know where this is going to go. I got to predict that Lesnar's going to win. I don't think he'd lose so soon to Lashley, because if you're going to push Lesnar into a title program with Reigns after this, you know, I don't know if they'd want him to lose on this big event. But you never know. Maybe there could be some interference that costs Lesnar. Maybe Heyman turns his back on him again. I'm not too sure. But I'm going to predict Lesnar to win, but I would not be surprised if Lashley did dethrone Lesnar on this night and then have Lesnar show up later in the night, but I'll get to that in a moment. Next up, we've got the Universal Championship on the line. The Usos are barred from ringside. It's Roman Reigns versus Seth freaking Rollins. So apparently freaking is part of his name now, which, it's not the worst name change. It's better than Gunther, but I digress. This is a match as well that's been brewing for months, and it's really cool to see that, you know, they were planting the seeds in Money in the Bank all the way back then, and now we're finally getting the match here at the Royal Rumble. Seth Rollins is kind of a tweener at the moment, not quite heel, not quite face, and I really like that about his character. The fans really seem to be rallying behind Rollins. I don't predict that Rollins is going to win, though. I think Reigns is going to continue his reign until WrestleMania at least, maybe even beyond that. But Rollins, I think this is going to be a great match. I've seen them wrestle in the past, and it's been fantastic. Two Shield brothers going one-on-one. It's going to be great, but I'm going to predict that Reigns is going to beat Seth freaking Rollins. Where Rollins goes from here, I don't know, but I'd like to see him get a little bit more push up the card and maybe even go for the WWE Championship on Raw. Now we'll move on to the Women's Royal Rumble. As of recording right now, 21 of the 30 entrants have been announced. So you've got the likes of Rhea Ripley, Nikki Ash, Zelina, Shotzi, Shayna Baszler, Charlotte Flair, the Bellas, Lita, Kelly, Summer Rae, Mickie James as well, Knockouts champion. I would like to touch on that for a moment. That's really cool that they're kind of reaching out to Impact and getting people in. I do find it a bit ironic that these people that they fired, they're now like desperate to bring back for like a cheap pop in the Rumble. So it is what it is. You know, I think the Iconics actually turned down a spot in the Rumble, which, you know what, good for them. They don't need it. It's a little bit patronising, to be honest, to fire someone and then say, why don't you just come back for like a one-off? But yeah, anyway, it's surprising to see Mickie James back, but hopefully she brings out the Knockouts Championship with her at the Rumble. That would be a very weird, bizarre thing to see. They've also got Liv Morgan and Bianca Belair in this matchup. Now, I'm in two minds about this. They could probably go the Charlotte Flair route and just have her win the whole thing, but you never know. Wait, isn't Charlotte Flair the champion? Who's the Charlotte Flair? So Charlotte Flair is the SmackDown Women's Champion, yeah, so why is she in the Rumble? That's really weird. So maybe she's going to go for the Raw title, is that what it is? Oh, damn, that's really weird. Anyway, yeah, you can tell I've not been really keeping up with WWE at the moment, so that caught me by surprise. But yeah, regardless of that, I think that I'm going to go out on a limb and say Liv Morgan. I think Liv Morgan deserves it. I think she had the push at day one where she nearly beat Becky Lynch, but not quite. I think you have to give it to a young star. Please give it to Liv Morgan. I don't want to see Charlotte Flair win again, and I don't want to see, you know, any of the other... There's no really any standouts here other than like Rhea Ripley maybe. But apart from that, yeah, I would say Liv Morgan all the way for me to win this one. Then again, you got Lita in there too, which could be a wild card. She could win and then challenge Charlotte at WrestleMania. Who knows? But it is interesting to see. I wonder as well how they're going to fill the rest of the spots because the women's roster is quite thin at the moment on the ground. So, yeah, we'll see how it plays out. But I'm going to predict Liv Morgan right here. Finally, we've got the Men's Royal Rumble. So, only half of the entrants have actually been announced as of me recording this on Monday. So, we've got Street Profits, Johnny Knoxville. That's quite a wild card pick. Happy Corbin, Madcap Moss, Owens, Kingston, Styles, Priest. Not seeing Almas in there, which is a bit weird. We've got Austin Theory as well. So, yeah, this one, I'm not too sure. Out of everyone who's announced so far, probably Big E is the one who stands out the most. Obviously because he's just lost the championship. He was actually scheduled to keep it, I believe, at day one. But obviously plans changed with Lesnar coming in and winning the championship. So, yeah, early prediction, I'm going to say Big E. Although I would like to see Kevin Owens personally. That would be my pick to personally win this. And then you've also got the wild card of perhaps Brock Lesnar coming in, winning and then challenging Roman at WrestleMania, title for title maybe. But AJ Styles is another one who I could see potentially winning it, but I'm not too sure. I'm going to say Big E is my safe choice. Other choices, though, Brock Lesnar and a big stretch. I'm going to say Kevin Owens just because, yeah, I love him, but I don't think he's going to win. But I'd like him to. But I'm going to say Big E to win and go to WrestleMania to win the championship that he rightfully deserves. So those are my Royal Rumble predictions. Let me know in the comments below what you think of the video and also what your predictions are for the Royal Rumble. Make sure you like the video if you enjoyed and subscribe to NLW Figs for more wrestling figure content. That's it from me. Thank you for watching and I'll catch you guys later.